You know, for centuries, a diamond meant one thing: luxury, pure and simple. But what if its real potential, its true calling, has been hiding in plain sight all this time? Well, that's what we're going to dive into. We're talking about a total reinvention of this iconic gemstone, from something you'd find in a jewelry box to a piece of tech that's straight out of science fiction. You've heard this a million times, right? A diamond is forever. It's that classic De Beers line. And, it worked. It totally cemented this idea of a diamond as this eternal, perfect symbol of love and, of course, of value. It's all about that durability, that perfect crystal structure, the idea that it just lasts. But get this, in the quantum age we're entering, that whole idea of forever is getting a wild sci-fi upgrade. I mean, the very thing that makes a diamond so tough and stable on a molecular level, that's exactly what scientists are now using to build the next generation of technology. It's incredible. Okay, but before we jump into that amazing future, we kind of have to talk about the present. And right now, the traditional diamond industry is facing a massive crisis. A huge technological disruption is turning their entire world upside down, and it's changing absolutely everything. And it really all comes down to this one staggering number: minus 90%. Think about that. In just the last 10 years, the cost to make a really high-quality diamond in a lab has dropped by more than 90%. That's not just a price dip, that's the entire cost barrier that kept diamonds rare and expensive just completely collapsing. So what's the results? Well, you can see it right here. Synthetic diamond production is just skyrocketing, while sales of natural, mined diamonds are tanking. We're at a point where lab-grown diamonds are often cheaper than cubic zirconia, the classic fake diamond. This has totally wiped out the whole idea of scarcity that the entire industry was built on for decades. But here's where the story gets really, really interesting. Right when the diamond's value as a gem is cratering, a totally new kind of value is popping up. And it's coming from the last place you'd ever think to look. It's flaws. Yeah, it's imperfection. And this is the key to everything. It's called a nitrogen vacancy center, or an NV center for short. So what is it? Basically, scientists go in and create a tiny, deliberate imperfection. They swap out a carbon atom for a nitrogen atom, right next to a little gap in the crystal structure. And this tiny engineered flaw, it acts like an unbelievably sensitive quantum sensor. And this is such a cool paradox, right? When it comes to jewelry, what do you want? Purity, no flaws, the cleaner the better. But for quantum physicists, it's the total opposite. The value is in the imperfection. These carefully placed flaws are literally what gives the diamond its new superpowers. So, you might be asking, why a diamond? Why does this work so well? Well, think of the diamond's super rigid structure, like a vault, a tiny, perfect protective vault for quantum information. It shields that little NV center, which is in a very delicate quantum state, from the noisy outside world. And here's the kicker. It lets it work at room temperature. That's a massive deal, because most other quantum systems need these insane, super cold cryogenic setups to function.
All right, so let's zoom out a bit. Where does this all fit in the grand scheme of things? Because this incredible breakthrough isn't just some random discovery. Nope, it's a really central piece of what people are calling the second quantum revolution.
Think of it like this. The first quantum revolution was all about just understanding the weird rules of the quantum world. And that understanding, it gave us transistors, lasers, basically the entire digital age. But this second revolution is about controlling it. We're moving beyond just using these effects to actually reaching in and manipulating individual atoms to build brand new, mind-blowing tools. So what does that actually mean for us? What can you do with a diamond that's been engineered with these perfect flaws? Well, buckle up, because the potential applications here they're just astounding. I mean, just imagine this for a second. We could use these tiny diamond sensors to literally map brain activity in real time just by picking up the super faint magnetic fields from our neurons firing. Or think about a submarine or an aircraft being able to navigate with pinpoint accuracy without GPS. We're talking about spotting microscopic flaws deep inside advanced materials, or even detecting diseases in the body long before any symptoms show up. It's game-changing stuff. And that's really the key thing to grasp here. These aren't just small, incremental improvements. We're not just making our current sensors a little bit better. This is a massive leap forward. It's a total step change in our ability to measure and interact with the physical world on the most fundamental level possible. So this all brings us right back to where we started. The diamond's legacy. For an industry that's frankly in crisis, this whole new field of technology diamonds isn't just interesting, It's a potential lifeline. It's a completely new way to define what makes a diamond valuable. The diamond market of the future could look totally different from what we know today. Sure, jewelry will probably always be a piece of it, but a much bigger slice of that pie could be diamonds that are engineered for pure performance, as these amazing quantum sensors, or as next-gen semiconductors, or even as super efficient heat spreaders for powerful computers. Now, let's be realistic. This isn't all happening tomorrow. There are still some pretty big hurdles to overcome, like figuring out how to mass produce these things, and how to shrink down all the support equipment, the lasers and detectors, into something you can actually carry around. The road from a lab bench to a mass market product is a long one, but the key thing is that journey has definitely begun. So, in the end, the entire story of the diamond is being rewritten right before our eyes. Its value is shifting from being all about flawless beauty to being about flawless utility. What was once just this beautiful, rare thing from the earth is now becoming one of the most sophisticated and promising materials in all of modern science. And that really leaves you with a final, pretty mind-bending thought, doesn't it? If we can find this kind of unbelievable power hidden inside a simple stone like a diamond, what other everyday materials all around us are just sitting there, waiting for their own quantum leap?